This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Look, we've been blessed recently because we've had a lot of funny people coming through our studios, and today was no exception.
That's
Enjoy
right.
the comedy stylings of Bron Lewis.
Teachers are going to especially love this. Bron is an ex-teacher, and she'll be saying some stuff where you're going, oh, my God, she's speaking my truth.
Absolutely. Hey, we talk about a bit of credit card fraud.
Easy for you to say, Sean.
Yes, certainly.
Good times.
Perfectly Perth.
It's Nathan, Nat and Sean on Nova 937.
It's 3 past 6, I should say, Nathan, Nat and Sean. We've made it to Friday.
Hey.
Oh, my God. Hey, we're still catching up on holidays. I just asked Nate. We're just talking about flights.
Yes.
Nathan, how was your flight? How was it easy to fly over to Dubai?
My
It's a
arms
long
got
one.
tired,
He
Sean.
he wasn't flying the plane.
No, but he hasn't done a long flight. Hasn't done a long haul flight for a while.
Right.
Yeah, the flight over, the seat was okay. The flight back, it was horrendous. It was the most uncomfortable seat. You know how it's the same model plane, but yet you know when you get in the other plane on the way back, you know it's an inch less leg room. So they've just whacked
Might be a slightly
another
off
row in
plane
there or something like that. Yeah, it was just hot.
Maybe your legs grew while you were away.
This is the thing that enrages me.
Yes.
And
knew there
I
was
did something. I know.
The thing that enrages
The
you?
thing enrages me.
Yeah, come on.
I did wait until a week and a half before going to book the flight, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But yet I was like, okay, you know what, Mum and Dad, I want to be a little bit more comfortable. We'll go for premium and economy. And they said, yeah, no worries. Anyway, no, you cannot. To fly there, you cannot go premium and economy.
It's not
So
available on that route yet.
economy or business.
It's coming, but they just haven't rolled it out on all routes. So you can get premium economy from Sydney and Melbourne to Dubai, but they haven't rolled it
Typical.
out on all their aircraft yet.
Yeah.
Coming.
Oh, that's
Not
exactly
coming
why I'm
up.
not going there. I'm not going there
I
until
feel
it
your
comes.
pain, Nathan,
Yeah.
because I managed to get a points upgrade to first class in both
Was it
directions.
nice? Was it nice?
Sydney to LA and back again.
To be able to...
That's not even a flight. Like you're just in a lounge room.
Well, to be able
It's
to look
like a bit like
forward
that.
to your flight would be an
Yes.
amazing,
Yes.
an amazing
Well, I didn't.
world.
On the way back, they told me that my request couldn't be accommodated.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. You know, it is what it is. And then when they checked me in, I was in 1K, and I'm like, hang on a second, first class again.
Do any mingling?
No, everybody very much stays to themselves.
Yeah.
There
That's the opportunity, dude.
there is a lounge, but when they're bringing the drinks to you, why would you go and get them? Do you know what I mean?
meet someone. You meet a billionaire, you idiot.
I don't think there was billionaire material. It was probably just a
couple of millionaires floating around, probably.
You're in the front of the plane. You just call the stewardess and they bring you one.
Yeah. You don't even have to call them. They
Can I
can
get some
sense
salted
when you
nuts
need
and a
one.
billionaire, please? Thank you. Or a billionaire with salty nuts. That'd be great.
I'll provide
You
the
can-
salted nuts.
You can that when you have it when they serve you your meal.
Yeah.
That the way that first class cabin is set up, somebody can join you in your little pod. So
have
the
dinner
table
together.
the table is for two.
Oh, so in
hilarious.
case you want to play Snap or
Yeah,
go for
yes.
This is the thing. Some of us would take points out of the world. There's some people that will be economy,
Oh, yeah.
and there's some people be.
And
that
there were
business.
people-
And
there
I
were
think that
people
if
in
you're
that
an
cabin
economy
who-
person and the only time that you can ever get there is like a couple of times in your life, I'd rather never know.
Yeah, there were people there who clearly had paid for it,
Yeah.
and you go,
The people that
what
pay
do you,
for it.
What do you do that you've paid for this?
so
I just
from
use points.
Perth to Dubai, it was going to be $30,000. And when I was over there, I was telling someone, they said, "Oh, did you fly business?" I'm like, "Nah, I just flew economy." And they were like, "Why?" And I went, $30,000. And he goes, "Yeah, that's all right." And I went, "That is not all right. That is not all right.
For like,
That's a car.
yeah,
I'm getting a little car that I could get brand new."
and per hour, it's not a great return.
not a good
It's like
return.
11, 12 hours. You're going, no, that's ridiculous.
Anyway,
But
I
also-
always-
but also
Hey,
it's
everyone,
great.
You know what? No matter how successful and long this show goes, we'll always be economy.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I'm going to talk about the problems with credit cards these days.
Oh, settle in.
We've all been through it.
I mean, we love them. The convenience
Yes.
of them incredible. But then,
Yes, then things can go awry. And it happened to one of my mates who has been living up in Karratha for a few years. I haven't seen him that often.
Yes.
And I was in BCF before I was heading down south, and one of those places.
how outdoorsy
I
of
love
you.
BCF.
When I don't,
They've got
I'm
the
not-
best range of Yeti. If
Yeah, they
anyone's
do.
a Yeti
They got
product,
good ones.
Yeah,
that is
that's
true.
great.
When I go, for some reason, when I head down south, I've got to have all the equipment. So surfboards and that, which we've got plenty of, and all the rest of it. But for some reason, I always think I need a fishing rod. We do bugger all fishing,
What do you
and I'm
do
not a
with the
fisherman to
ones-
save my ass.
What did you do with last year's fishing rod then?
Oh,
That
they all
goes
get
the ocean
ruined.
takes it, Natalie.
Someone snaps one. It happens every
But when
time.
you buy a new rod, how much are you spending on per rod?
Like $35.
Oh, $35
okay.
rod.
That's why
Come
they
on,
snap all
Sean.
the time.
Mate, that's when
Hey,
they use it at the Royal
sales.
Show. Mate.
And I'm catching the same foam fish.
It's got a magnet on the end.
Absolutely. Anyway, I was waiting for this guy in front of me to pay, and he was taking forever. And then I noticed it was a friend of mine that he'd come down from
Right.
down south, and he was in line and he was having difficulty paying. And we started having a conversation. What's going on, Dano? What's happening here? And he had to ring the bank a day before, 2 days before, and query a purchase on his credit
Oh,
card.
right.
Someone
So it
had hacked
wasn't him.
into it.
Yeah,
It
okay.
wasn't him. And then they said they're going to have to stop things down, but they'll only do it for 24 hours and you should be okay if they can find out exactly where's this coming from. So he was standing in line and he ended up getting to a couple of different cards before he can able to use one. But the biggest
I
problem
only
he
have
had...
one.
Oh, I've got two.
How many do you
Yeah.
I only have one. Dangerous.
have
Well,
I
one's
can't
as a
have more
backup.
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And when I got my first credit card, I had no credit on it. I just made sure it was like just a debit card
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I couldn't be trusted.
But yeah,
That's a really good
So I have
idea.
2 credit cards and then a debit Visa. Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
So he was looking to, anyway, he's making his purchase, and then I was saying, what's going on here? And he said that he had booked to go down to another guy, Glassy's birthday party, which is born around Christmas, just after Christmas. And he had booked at Yelling Up to stay at, is it what's that one?
Seashells.
Seashells, right there, yeah. And because it was with bookings.com, they take your credit card and then they take the money out only about 48 hours before.
Yeah, in case you want to cancel.
Yeah.
And they couldn't.
And they couldn't take the money out, so he had nowhere to stay.
So they'd cancelled his reservation. It's a
so-
lovely spot there, by the way. I've stayed there before. It's really nice.
So he
Yeah.
went to buy a swag to...
He was buying a swag,
Where'd he
Nathan, to
stay?
stay at our friend Blinder's house. Because Blinder's got more of a farm. He had nowhere to go. And he doesn't have a partner, right? And everyone else was going to this.
I got Blinder's place
wives
is full
and
of
kids and
random
all this
single
stuff.
men and men that aren't with their wives.
It's like some sort of men's
Credit card
refuge
details.
situation.
It's the only place he could find to stay, so he had to get a swag. They were on sale too. Good job.
Anything happening with your credit card, the idea of that makes me sick in my stomach.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes when you've gone to pay parking or whatever, you know when sometimes it doesn't go through?
Yes.
Straight away when that happens, I think, straight my mind goes to, someone has hacked my bank account and siphoned
Yeah.
all my money.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because I read those stories about
Yeah.
the bank can't help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you're transferring money, I check that bloody thing
Yeah, the numbers
1,000
so
times,
hard.
like, because I'm not good with numbers.
I had a moment of terror a few years ago because I was flying from Singapore to Vietnam and with, I think, Silk Air, which is a Singapore Airlines subsidiary. And they, when I went to check in, they said, oh, we need to see the credit card that you booked this on. And I said, oh, no, I don't have that anymore. It got hacked and they issued me a new card, completely different number. And they're like, no, we need to see the card that you booked this with. I'm like, well, I don't have it.
Do you know the hacker?
You must have a policy because, if people's cards are stolen or whatever, their wallet's
100%.
stolen, they don't have the card. And they said, oh, you'll have to talk to the people. So they let me check in, go through immigration. And then when I got to the gate and they checked it, they're like, oh, no, we need to see the card. I'm like, I don't have the card. So now what? And we then just like stared at one another, blinking for a little bit, like
Just a mad face.
in
Who's
the
going to
movies,
give here?
in the cartoons, everybody's just staring and blinking. And then I said, I can maybe tell you the number of that card, and she said, can you? And then I don't know how I managed this from the recesses of my mind, because from 6 months earlier, I'd booked it some time ago. I then just rattled off that credit card number, and she's like reading it and she goes, yep, okay, no worries.
Even the CVN on the back.
I remember the CCV.
Yes.
I remember that number.
Yeah.
I remember
Me too.
my date.
Yeah.
I remember the last 4 numbers, but whatever comes before
Yeah.
that,
No
not
chance.
to save my life now.
These days, your computer remembers all of that
Yep.
stuff for you, but back
You
then
know,
you had to enter
your
it.
credit card number now, don't you? Though,
Do you-
say it out. No, CVV or whatever it is.
The CVV.
Yeah, it's 937. No, but you know it off.
I probably could for one of them,
could you?
not for the other one.
Not really.
You know what?
No, there's a lot of fives.
You know
in
what?
mine.
You know what? Guaranteed your kids can.
Oh, yeah.
Look, we want to know if you've been caught out. Have you had a credit card nightmare? Emily's in Forestdale. Hi, Em.
Hi.
Hey, yeah.
Okay, talk to us about the pain of credit cards. What happened?
I was in hospital after having a 13-hour surgery, so wasn't doing doing too well, and woke up to a notification from Apple Pay saying that my card had been suspended. So phoned the bank, speaking to them. There'd been about 3 transactions totaling to about $800 that was made overnight.
Yeah.
That were all at like Culture Kings and that sort of thing.
Culture Kings. So some big gold thick chains and some like Echo pants.
They wouldn't speak to me about putting it on hold because it was in my husband's name. So when he got in, he phoned them. They turned around and tried to convince us that maybe I had made the transactions overnight, not knowing.
No, you would have shopped at Culture Queens.
And that's it. We'd explained the situation that we're in, that it wasn't possible, wouldn't be able to spend the money given the situation we were in, and he was adamant in trying to convince me that because I was on pain meds, I had no recollection of making these purchases. So my husband ended up having to phone the individual companies and get them to cancel the orders and refund us the money because the bank wasn't able or wasn't willing to help us with that one service consultant.
That's how you outrageous.
They were like, you know, it was you on pain meds.
You know what, Emily? When I had this problem happen to me once before, I dealt with the bank and they were easy. They were really
mine
easy
too.
going.
Yeah.
And to have that happen to you when the people you trust the most with your money are the ones questioning you is disgusting.
This is why it just terrifies me. To me, I'm going back to the transferring of money. That terrifies me because that's the power in your hands. And then they say, have you checked it? Have you checked it?
Yes.
And they ask you 100 times. Because once you press send, there's no guarantee you're getting that money back.
And they don't have to do anything to help you to get it back.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a lot of pressure.
I know. Andrew's in Baldivis. Morning, Andrea.
Good morning. Firstly, I missed you guys so much.
Oh, Andrea. I was going to say we missed you, but we've been watching you during an entire break. So,
It would have helped you sleep. It was very boring.
Okay, so what happened to you?
So a couple of weeks ago, noticed transactions coming through from America.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not me. And so they sit with pending, on your account. So I phoned the bank. They said, look, can't do anything while it's pending. I'm like, what? Surely you can cancel it. No. So they were very good. So they once they realised, okay, it looks dodgy, suspended my card, sent me a digital one within 5 seconds. So I had a digital card.
I'll tell you what happens now.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
That's good.
Yay. All right, keep going.
Once that did, it went through, I then have to hit, that I'm reporting it as fraud.
Yes.
Within a week, I got my money back. It was $150.
Yep.
So I'm heightened to being scammed. So a couple of days ago, I just received bad news. A colleague had passed away. So I was very upset. I wasn't emotionally in the right headspace.
Yeah.
Got a phone call from somebody claiming to be from Binance, which is a crypto.
Okay.
That's where I store crypto.
Oh, you do crypto?
My name, knew my email, knew my phone number, knew.
Yeah.
And then the usual thing like the bank. Could you confirm your date of birth and your address?
Yes.
Did all that. The bank had asked me that a week ago.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a red flag.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to hack your account from Lagos. And I'm like, well, that's not me, clearly.
Yeah.
So she sent me then, lovely lady, very helpful, sent me an email from Binance with this details of this person. Is that you? No, definitely not. Okay. We need to lock your account, but you need to transfer your crypto to a wallet.
Andrea.
Yeah.
So transferred, she talked me through it because I think how she got me, I've been Googling, I'm planning a trip to Ireland for my niece's 30th.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find out, how the hell do I get this money out? I've got crypto, I don't know how to get it out.
You'd be like so many people.
I'd go in with my hard drive to my computer and go, I'd like to buy something, please.
I don't know how to use it. So I've Googled it and I've obviously clicked on, something. So that must go to whoever sits in these little offices waiting for idiots like me who don't know how to use crypto. So that must be how they knew I had Binance. So anyway, she's got me to set up the wallet and sent me this. I'm going to send you a link. This is the pass-free to need to use. What is that? No. I'm still thinking she's so helpful.
Andrea.
And these guys that have let themselves into my house and are taking my TV, they're lovely too.
They were so helpful. I couldn't carry it. So anyway, I've transferred the crypto I had, which is about $1,500 out of
Okay.
I mean, what were you going to do with it? You didn't know how to get it out of the computer.
She said, do you have any other crypto? And I said, I have some with Coinbase.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she's so nice. Of course you're going to tell her all of
Coming
your
over for
things.
dinner on Thursday.
Yeah, she's a lovely girl.
$5,000 in my credit. Yeah, so just under $7,000 transferred. I saw it all go in, and 3 seconds later, I saw my account was zero.
Oh,
Andrea.
what was that feeling?
Sick. Like, I'm still even talking about it. Like, it was only a couple of days ago, so it's still very fresh.
I'm sure. I find it funny, but
Yes.
So the app thing, I tried to ring the WhatsApp number, and obviously no answer.
No.
Yeah, of
I
course.
did send her in all capitals the C word.
Oh, that would have made you.
cactus, she said.
That would have made you feel better.
Yeah.
I
Mate.
just said, I will find you. I am Liam Neeson. I have
The particular
I
set
will
of
find
skills.
you.
So you've just had to say goodbye to that crypto. Hey, it's gone.
But now I have to look at silver lining.
Yeah, what's
And
that?
the
What's
silver-
that?
It was a $1,000 investment that was paying back $7,000, which was going to cover
Yes.
my flight to Ireland. So when I have to look, so on the phone on the way home, I phoned my mum. So I'm in floods of tears. Bless my mum. She's in Ireland, and she said, "I wish you were here." And I said, "No." I said, "Don't. I'm upset, Mum, but I'm phoning just because I want my mummy." I just wanted to talk.
My mummy. If you need your mum and she's not here, you can have mine for a bit. She's not doing anything. You can go get her now. I'll send her over.
Oh, Andrea, that is a
What was the
heartbreaking
silver lining again?
cautionary tale.
Sean, just let her say there's a silver lining. She doesn't know what it is or whereabouts it is, but there's a silver lining.
What about this for a silver lining?
Andrea, we've got a double pass to go and see Lasso. It's on February the 12th. Don't miss out. Check it out, everyone.
Andrew, you're going to need your
Cabaret.
BSB account details and also your tax file number as well, please, if you can just send all that information through as well. And also let us know where you keep
And
the
that-
spare key for your house.
1-off pin, if you could send us that too.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
How
Let's do
impressive
this.
is it when someone says they've got crypto? I
know.
don't have crypto. Do you have crypto?
No, but a lot of people, a lot of people I know.
T, do you have crypto?
No, I've got no idea when it comes
Do you
to
have
that
crypto,
stuff.
Sam?
No, but neither does Andrew.
Amy doesn't have crypto.
I got told by one of my couple of my mates are financial advisors, right? And I was at this event one time, and this dude was talking to me about crypto. And then my mate, he gave me a call. He said, "Listen, I saw your ears prop up because I'm one of those dudes that I like betting and stuff. It's kind of that kind of thing." Anyway, he said, "Take that out of the play. Do not do it." Anyway, Bitcoin was at 15 grand at that stage. Was it 150?
No. This
Great
is the
call
thing.
from you,
To
mate.
me, in my mind, Bitcoin is when your kids have downloaded a game on the iPhone and asking you for money to buy credits to buy a new outfit for their character. That, to me, is what crypto is.
It's high risk, high reward, basically.
We should find out how much the guy who created crypto is worth.
So Bitcoin's generally owned by a couple of blokes who own almost 70% of it. That's the way the
Bitcoin
price
started
keeps going up 'cause
crypto,
they
didn't
sell.
it?
Yeah, that was
Bitcoin
the first
started
one.
crypto. They must be loaded. Where
Sam's
are
got
they?
some information here.
I have a story of one of the first people to
Yes,
get a
this is a good
Bitcoin.
story,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he got his first one. He's like, "Oh, this is so cool." He put online, "I'll trade someone a Bitcoin, this new fancy currency, for a pizza." Delivered pizza.
yeah.
This is at the very time. So someone answered the ad, sent a pizza to his house, and he thought, "Oh, beauty. I found this thing online. Got myself a $15 pizza from
And
it."
how much is that coin
Like you
worth?
said, Sean, now they're $150,000. So
a
most
lot for
expensive
pizza.
Those people that have cashed in, we knew a
I know.
guy. We knew a guy.
remember?
We knew a guy that we were working with, and we knew how much he was making, and he was rolling in with a brand new iPhone and brand new watches and shoes and trips away. And I said to him, "Are you a drug dealer? Because there is no way, unless you come from money, there is no way you can afford this."
Yeah.
And then he says, haven't told anyone this before, really, but I years ago when crypto came out, Bitcoin came out, he goes, I told my mum about it. I borrowed $5,000 worth for her. He goes, I got $5,000 worth, and that's back when it was probably 5,000 of them.
Yep.
And then the price went up and he cashed it in. Around $800,000, $900,000.
He should have bought a house, but
and he bought
didn't.
no house, and he just got right to the end, and he had here's some nice shirts, but you can't live in a shirt.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Fringe World is taking over Perth till February 16 at over 100 venues. Book at fringeworld.com.au.
Fringe World is in full swing. So many great shows to go and see. But if you want to buy tickets to mine, you can't. It's one night only, and it is sold out. The only way to see it.
Hey, you're not getting a cut. You're not getting a cut, are you?
No, I'm not. No, because I'm altruistic. I'm doing it for the greater good, Sean.
That's it,
And I'm artistic too. I'll make you tickets.
No, autistic. That's different.
Oh, all right. Sam is a liar. It's established here in the building.
Hello.
Hello.
and Talisa tells nothing but the truth. So
We are playing a game of deception, of course. Melinda and Rosalind want to be a part of this to win those tickets. We'll start with you, Melinda. Good morning.
Good morning.
Melinda, where are you from?
Kalgoorlie. Yay.
are you there right now, Mel?
No,
Great.
I'm in Perth. Got a few therapy appointments for the kids and that.
And you're going to be in Perth next Friday?
I'm going to make sure of it. Absolutely.
Awesome.
What area in Kalgoorlie do you live in?
We're right at the top end near the basketball stadium, so on Creaser Street.
Oh,
up
hello.
there,
I'm on Creaser Street. I know that street. I was in Lamington. I lived in Lamington. Everyone, this is a real suburb.
Area.
Yeah, it's just next to Custard Horn. That's where the gay people live.
I was up there.
That's it. Yep, that's the one.
Mel, you might want the tickets, but so does Rosalind. Hello, Ros.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, Ross, what about that Kalgoorlie woman who wants the tickets over you? What's her problem, hey?
I know, right?
I know, right?
Well, Ros, you don't get the you don't get the opportunity to pick your teammate, but we have a couple of rippers on standby right now.
Melinda, you get to choose. Do you want to be on Sam's team?
No,
who's
on
like
Melinda.
wily like a sewer rat?
An owner of a neon yellow Louis Vuitton clutch.
Important
Very
factor. Or do you want to be on the teller of truth, Talisa?
Who goes on hot girl walks and her boyfriend has actual abs.
Important.
Oh.
Like you can see them, they're real. Yeah.
Whose team do you want to be on?
As much as the clutch sounds great, Sam, I'll go with Talisa.
I wasn't going to pick you anyway, Melinda. I wouldn't have partnered up with you either.
You've made a powerful enemy now.
Play this game.
Ros,
I would have quit.
that means you're with the sewer rat, Sam. Yes, Ros. All right. Okay. Sam, if you'd like to reach over and grab your box.
Turn around, Talisa.
Sam's going to look at his box.
Oh, wow, Sam.
Okay.
You turn around
Now,
and
the
look in your
objective
box.
of the game is to end up with the
He's a
box
lady.
with the joker in it. Okay? Sam, you know if there's a joker in your box or not. T, you don't. Now, T, you have the
sus,
opportunity
Sam.
to keep your box or switch it for Sam's box.
I guess I would like to know, is it in your best interest to keep your box or to swap it?
All right.
Well, you know I don't lie.
Thanks, Brittany.
This Joker,
Where is it?
it's in my box.
Could you really feel it if it was in your box?
He had a good look around, I'll be honest.
Well, it wasn't having the side, but it's definitely in there.
You could have a whole stand-up line up in there.
T, is that a face you can trust,
I've got
T?
the Joker. I've had you in my home, T. You slept on my couch.
True.
You know,
True.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she-
It was after we watched Wicked. I didn't want to send her back.
What,
to
so you
Mandurah.
guys just had like a girlfriend sleepover?
So she didn't have to drive all the way back.
That's really nice.
And
Sing
that's
popular?
that's all you need to know. She's from Mandurah.
Oh. Yeah, get her out.
Your band.
Yeah.
She probably already stole the Joker before we came in here.
Oh!
I'm crafty.
Yeah.
You're saying she's managing people of criminals.
You forgot to mention that time that you drove her to hospital because you're such a great guy.
We grew up in my
And
car.
I vomited in his Tony Galati bag too.
Okay.
So
So on the basis of those,
Yeah, what do you think? Do you think he's telling the truth? Do you want his box or do you want to keep your box, T?
I think I want his box.
You want his box?
Yeah.
So you're trusting that he's telling you the truth? It was the
just
Tony
this
Galati
once.
bag, wasn't it?
You want my box?
Switch
I do want your box.
boxes. Let your box go.
Are you sure?
Is this the first box swap?
Positive.
This is the
Yes.
first box swap. This is
I've
the
seen
first
the
box swap of the
before.
week. Everybody, you two, we're not lifting them. You two walk around and swap your own boxes.
Yeah, come on.
We're paid a lot.
This is a box
We don't get off our
exchange
chairs.
program.
That's it. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Oh, that's
Okay,
a good
T,
idea,
you
isn't
stay
it?
there, T.
You must just stay on that microphone. No one knows where you're standing.
this is radio.
All right, T, why don't you look into the box?
No.
Oh, you switch with... Oh, Oh, God, you switch boxes and positions.
So you took your own boxes. And, guys, you need to swap boxes. You're in charge of the news.
Do either switch positions
Oh, my
or
God, I
switch
can't
boxes. This is embarrassing.
So what just happened if you're missing it? We said you've got to swap boxes. So both of them grabbed the box that was supposed to swap, walked over to each other's position, swapped places, but kept the same boxes.
So absolutely
So nothing changed.
So now you have the swapped box, T.
Yes.
Would you like to open it?
This is for the victory for Melinda.
That's right.
No joker.
He lied to you.
My thing about you.
He's a sewer rat. Of course he did.
Sorry, Melinda, you should have picked me.
Roz.
Let's go, Roz.
Roz, I'm going to see you Friday night. You've won a double pass for Nat Locker and Friends at Fringe Festival, plus $250 spending money. See you there, Rosie.
No longer.
Now I can see Sam. Now I can see Sam why you didn't want to go with Melinda.
It was the Kalgoorlie thing, wasn't it? Yeah, it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Bron Lewis is in the house, everybody. She's here for Fringe World. She's got some shows at Oasis Comedy Club. You've already started. You've done 2 nights?
2 nights, yes, I have.
And go through to Sunday?
Yep.
It's called Who's Talking?
Who's Talking?
Which is, so it's about being a teacher, isn't it? Because we know, you told us last year that you used to be a teacher.
We
so
couldn't
you must be
believe
feeling
it.
great.
Can you believe anything, Sean?
You can't.
I can't
Actually,
believe
no,
more
fake
people like
news.
her.
I know.
Fake news. Christ.
No, I believe that you were a teacher, and seeing the
Thank
stuff
you.
that you've been putting out there lately, knowing that classes are going back, some
Yes.
in WA now, but more so next week.
So, because this time of year for teachers, it's awful, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
I mean, we know what it's like going back to work for after holidays because we had to do it this week, but it's nothing like what teachers go through.
Especially at the start of the year, because you've got to get to know all these kids.
Yes, and they're all awful.
There's a lot of
Mostly.
them are really awful. And I think the worst part about teaching is some of the teachers you work with, because
Sure.
people become teachers for a range of reasons. And I've got the theory that some people become teachers because they either had a really hard time at school and they're going back for revenge, or they peaked at school and then when they finished they were like, oh God, we're like, you know.
High school was amazing.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go
only
back.
feel popular if there's a siren.
Exactly, and they're always PE teachers, and so they always
Yes.
they'll be there, and they're there for I would say the wrong reasons, and they're trying to make friends with the kids, or they're trying to victimize the kids, and then they are just the worst people to be around.
Yes.
All the time.
You just brought up PE teachers. We, as students, see them as the coolest.
Yeah, for sure.
What does teachers see? What do teachers see teachers as? Is there a hierarchy in coolness of teachers and what they do? Are sports people the coolest?
So you were a drama teacher, right?
No, I was a English teacher.
Yeah.
But PE teachers, no one respects them. And then
They're like in the corner playing with a ball.
well, exactly.
13, 24, Jen, if you're a PE teacher and you're Greek, give us a call.
Yeah, we'll discuss it for sure.
Because in the staff room, but I was doing I was working out what people want to hear about this, either about teachers, because it's not just teachers who are coming along. So there's a lot of teachers in there, but I wanted to know what people who aren't teachers wanted to know about. And a lot of people I want to know what goes on in that staff room. I'm like, oh, that's easy. It's just heaps of teachers looking for biscuits, and there's one lady in there always, probably called Doris, and she's there all the time eating a curried egg sandwich, and she's talking about a bloody Tupperware that's still there, and no one's bloody picked it up, and you're like, oh, Doris, do you work here? I've never seen you not in the staff room. And there's always one PE teacher wearing shorts in the middle of winter, stretching his groin on the floor.
Sounds familiar.
And then he's just talking about how good Year 9 camp was, and you're like, there's so many red flags, mate.
I would love to be the outdoor ed teacher, though.
I
That
know.
seems like the... Yeah,
He's got it. He's got it
I'll
about
be wearing
it.
shorts all the time too. But being a secondary school teacher,
Yep.
that's probably the worst, because you know when you got the kids and you get them in line when they're in primary school, and everyone lets in a line and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
they hold
they're
hands
cute.
on the
They're
way
cute when
past.
they're little, yeah.
And they say weird stuff, but that's always
Yeah.
funny. But when you've got the kids adolescents, they're having a dip at you left, right, and centre.
Yes, because they're like, oh, okay, because they've called you bluff. So in
Yeah.
primary
Yes.
school, they're like, oh, yeah, power exists. And then when they get to high school, they're like, I could just say no. As a teacher, one of the best things to say, and this is one thing I really miss about being a teacher, is just saying, get out. And you can't, there's no other profession, I think, that you can actually say that. I can't, in comedy, you can say, hey, mate, if you're a really bad heckler, they could be horrible to you. But if I said, get out, everyone would be like, God, that's a bit harsh. But in teaching,
You can say it.
So that we just a turd in the class.
I got
It's
a
like
question.
just flicking their pen enough, and you
Yeah.
go, get out, and everyone's like, whoa, power.
What would you rather? right? A kid that gives you attitude and, like a bit of lip all the time, right? So every day, having to be back and forth, or a complete suckhole student?
Oh, I would absolutely prefer the first. The ones that, cause, and an English teacher, because I was a high school English teacher, mostly taught just year 11, year 12, there'd be kids who, you'd teach them, they'd go through a book and they'd have like, I don't know, an emotional awakening, and they'd be like, wow, and then they'd look at me. You see this happen, like, they look at me and they go, wow, you've taught me so much. I feel like we're best friends. We're not Alice. We're not Alice. Get out of my class.
Nathan put the call out for a PE teacher. We found one. Mrs. Rogers, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Hi, Mrs. Rogers.
Mrs. Rogers, who did you teach?
Nathan.
Did you? Well, he just said PE teachers are the coolest in the world.
Nathan's PE teacher.
Hey.
I don't know whether you remember, Nathan, but I remember you coming to the gym and there'd be 200 kids in there, but guess who we all heard? Nathan.
This sounds familiar. We know where you're coming from.
So wait there, what year, Miss Rogers? What year? What year was it?
So I hope it's okay saying this.
Yeah.
I think you were year 11 or 12, and then you had the year off when your
brother passed
died.
away. Yes, yeah.
And then you came back.
Yeah, so that was good. I was in my sports era there, Sean. I won the Phys Ed award.
Did you?
So you did it. You like it was a year 12 subject.
Yeah. I won a Phys Ed award and the Art award, and those two awards have never been won by the same person.
No, I wouldn't have thought
It's not a lot of crossover generally.
How's life been, Mrs. Rogers?
Well, I'm definitely not teaching anymore.
So Bron was suggesting that the PE teachers aren't the coolest. Would you?
No, English teachers always say that.
Yeah, it's a fight against the English teacher.
Because they're in their books and their pale skin inside.
Yeah, they're all like flouncing around in their cardigans.
Using big words.
I can hear the clogs coming down the hallway.
Our English teacher. I'm back in the day. Do you remember, Ms. Rogers? Do you remember the topsy tail? So it was a thing you order on TV, and it was just a bit of plastic, and it was a loop. Like literally looks like a noose upside down.
The girl's hair.
Looping your ponytail
and
through.
then you would loop your ponytail through it.
Okay.
And there was a teacher, and she's absolutely lovely, and I've seen her around here. Her name was Miss Canute, and she got the topsy tail, and she got the instructional video, and she watched it from beginning to end, because the topsy tail creations that came on her head, it's like a wedding cake. She did like 20 topsy tails on top of each other. And
Was she an English teacher?
Yeah, she was an English teacher.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of spare time.
You can tell. It's not your practical pony of the PE teachers, is it?
Because the best thing about being an English teacher is you can just make it up the whole time. You know, I guess in PE you might need to know the rules at soccer. I don't really know, Mrs. Rogers, but I need a whistle or something. But with English teachers, you could just pretend you've read the book.
Yeah.
And you just have to walk into the class and you go, righto, who's read the text? And then one kid will be like, I have a question. Why'd the protagonist have to die? And you go, great question. What do you think?
Why don't we talk about that, class?
Thanks, Mrs. Rogers.
Thanks, Mrs. Rogers.
Oh, my God, what a blast from the past.
Yeah, you're a joy. That's gorgeous.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Our special guest this morning is comedian Bron Lewis, who's here doing shows through till Sunday at Oasis Comedy Club. Get your tickets at fringeworld.com.au, of course.
Bron, you seem to be enjoying your time in Perth. We were seeing some videos on your Instagram, but one that really took me is someone sent you in a song about Perth.
Yeah. It was a woman who lives here. She said, because I do love coming to Perth, and I think she was like, oh, you're going to love this song. And is it called?
Well, we're going to play it. We got the video, Sam?
How great is Perth?
Is it the best place on earth?
Sounds like it's from an 80s movie.
No, it's not.
It is from the 80s.
Right, it's from the 80s. How about that?
Nothing beats living here on the West Coast.
There she is. Snap.
Wendy Matthews, that is Wendy Matthews or something. That is, I've never, ever heard this. Who's it by?
I think it was an ad for possibly Channel 10.
Right, because I love how they're like so unsure, like they haven't actually committed. How good is it? Like they've not, like there's no statements in there.
We still don't know how good it is.
It's good, isn't it? It's,
yeah.
Speaking of rating things, one thing I love about you that you don't see a lot of comedians do is after every show, you rate your audience. So you properly review your audience and give it a rating out of 10 and tell them where they went wrong.
Yes, because it's so it's a two-way street. It's not like a lot of jobs. It's like, okay, well, I will serve you, or I will be this, or I will whatever, and then it's like
Service
it's all
with a
really
smile.
up to
You've
you.
done nothing wrong, and it's,
Exactly. But with comedy, they come in like if they've had a bad day, or if they've like struggled with parking, or it's 4 million degrees. If they've come in with like a bad attitude and they're like, oh, I just wish I was at home. All right, and it doesn't matter what you do on stage, they're giving you peanuts.
Well, because they're the ones that act like they're by gunpoint. It's like, It's like, you know what? It's just smile.
Just like relax, uncross your arms.
Yes, energy, body language.
Yeah, women are allowed to do this too, mate. And then,
well, I didn't say that.
He
doesn't have to upset.
So your first audience in Perth got 9 out of 10,
they
which
were
is
brilliant.
Which is great.
I didn't do the one last night because I had to go do a couple of gigs after. But I reckon last night would have been an 8 out of 10 because no one sat in the front row.
Oh.
Everyone, there was second
They're
row.
scared.
They're scared. But I was like, I'm not going to hurt you.
So, what's some of the other things that people have done over your time?
Okay, so the reason why I started is because in Adelaide last year, I had a couple in the front row. They may be in their 60s, and I would tell a joke, and there'd be the laughter, deafening, and then
so much so.
So much. I was like, guys, let me tell the
I heard
next
it from
one.
here. Shut my window.
And then the couple would laugh, and then as soon as the laughter would die down, the husband would then explain the joke.
But I like that. That's good for
you?
because there's other people and they're just clapping, not getting it, and then that's great for him. Everyone who doesn't know, this is what's going down.
he's my subtitles.
Yeah.
And so he and she would kind of be just like nodding. She was so used to it. It was like 40 years with this idiot.
Mansplaining.
And I eventually had to say, I'm so sorry, mate. Please, she gets it. She knows what's going on. He wasn't translating it to another language.
No.
He was just saying what she did there was just saying, talking about her kids. And she said, and it would go forever. And I'd just hear this dumb voice next to me
But what a great show to go to, right? So, you're up there, Bron, doing your thing. Everyone's laughing, and then everyone in the audience waits for this guy to explain what it is. And then we start again.
Yes, torture. It was torture. And he'd seen me in a different show, and then I'd say a joke, and he'd been to, and he'd go, oh, this is different to the last joke.
Remember last time when she said this?
Yeah, it's people, how people get less than 10 out of 10 is if they come late, or if they, another one that scored very badly was, and this is, I blame my white trash family for this, it was in Sydney, and my white trash cousins came, and there was a bar in this theatre. So they are very distracted by this, so they would stand up and kind of shuffle through 4 times in 1 hour. They went to the bar,
and it was all your family.
My white trash family wouldn't have gone and sat down. They would have been at the bar the entire time.
And then right near the end, just as I had just before the final punchline, my cousin Tara Bradley, I don't care, she stands up, she shuffled through, and she's like high heels on floorboards, and and I was like, what is she doing? And so I had to suspend time to wait and wait, and the pause was going forever, and then she went to the bathroom and we listened to her vomit.
Was that loud? Oh,
because I'm trying to have.
And then the old man was like, so what's happening here, sweetheart? She's throwing up because she's overindulged because she's white trash.
That's right, yeah. And she's related to her. You can tell she's about to vomit as well. Yeah. So I think the audience has a really important role to play. And they come in the front row, they're like, fine, I'll sit in the front row, and they cross their arms.
No one's walked in and eating like a back of barbecue chips or something, have they? Like loud eaters or anything?
No. There's no. I haven't had any loud eaters yet. But I can see why people, because I am watching the audience now, I can see why people aren't really wanting to sit in the front row, because I'm like, I can't carry this by myself, guys. It's 1 hour, and if you've brought a bad attitude or barbecue chips or mansplaining, it's gonna impact the show.
You know what? You should take it to the next level, and if someone really does something that violates your code, and have a chair there. You literally pull them and put them in the chair.
Yeah, like a red and yellow card system.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the hot chair, and then
I've I'd had an excellent audience member the other night. So usually my audiences are so teachers, parents, gay men, and
I love the comedy.
And white trash family.
And scum. And I have, but the other night I had this man. On the first night, Greg, he was sitting in the front row by himself, and he was maybe by himself, and maybe he was at 60, and he was sitting on the edge of his seat, and he was so
lapping up every
excited
word.
to be there. He was so adorable, and I'd asked him. I said, "What are you a teacher?" Because I thought, what the hell is he doing? He's not fit into any of these boxes. So what? Were you a teacher? And he said, no. And I said, what's your job? And he said,
Stalking you for the last 3 years.
I'm your husband. Holy shit, Greg. And I said, what's your job? And he said, I find homes for lost numbers. Thank you.
What?
And when
What
he
do you
said
mean?
lost
Numbers?
Lots you're thinking children.
Or dogs.
It's
That's
beautiful.
right. And but I thought this might be a Perth thing. And so
Lost
everyone,
numbers.
and I looked so confused, but I looked at the audience and they were all looking confused, but he was so sure of what he said. And I didn't want to make fun of him because it sounded beautiful.
Legit.
And I was like, does he work at Sesame Street? What is this?
So he walks around and there's a number 4.
Or is he a
I
forensic
said, you just
accountant?
need-
What is he?
There, he's
Is
an
that what he is?
accountant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's trying to be funny.
Funny.
That's why
Greg,
accountants should be
Greg,
funny.
cut it out.
I know, but he was
Cut
so
it out.
sweet that I was, and it was so, everyone was like, oh, we love you, Greg. And that's fine. But you do get a heckler. There's hecklers who are, I don't think I've ever seen a heckler win.
No,
I've never
They don't
seen
have a microphone.
And also,
the rest
the
of the
person
crowd
that's on
is against them.
stage, the
Yes.
person that's on stage is pretty witty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're
That's
gonna-
why they're on stage. You're not. You paid to see them. You're not going to win.
Yes, and another tip is for audience members, if a comedian says to you, "What do you do for a living?" and you either don't want to say it or it's complicated, just make it up. Just say, "I'm a
baker."
I'm a-
Yeah,
exactly.
Plumber, easy.
Yeah, and then they'll have a little joke about that. Then they'll carry on. It's the people.
Boilermaker. Say Boilermaker. No one has any follow-up questions. We don't know what it is. We think you make boilers.
Yeah, that sounds yuck. It sounds like there's pus involved. We're not in. But when people go, it's difficult. I'm in tech, and I'm on a lot of Zoom calls, and you're like, mate, I don't actually care. I don't actually care about you. Where's Greg? That's what I say.
Yeah, show back at it.
Greg
Funny
is
numbers.
talking in code.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Nothing's getting through, so let me spell it out. A, B, C, D, E, F, word.
Fringe World is taking over Perth till February 16 at over 100 venues. Book at fringeworld.com.au.
Oh, here we go for the last time to celebrate Fringe World for 2025. We've got $500 cash up for grabs for today's winner of the F Word. 2 teams. We have our guest, Bron Lewis, teaming up with myself, Girl Power.
That's good. 2 comedians.
And Nathan and Sean teaming up, also Girl Power.
Oh, a couple of jokers.
That's why I run the Doodle Squad.
Hey, that's another good idea for a T-shirt.
Doodle Squad. All right. Copyright, trademark.
We have 2 fabulous listeners at home wanting to win $500 cash. Kareen, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I don't think I've ever really come across a Kareen before. I mean, of course,
for a while.
Kareen.
Yes,
When
a
I
suburb.
open Kareen.
Yeah.
Known many Kareens. Kareen?
No, not too many.
Does everybody
so.
Karina you and add an A on the
She
end?
gets Kareened all the time.
Yeah, I always get Corinne, actually.
Corinne.
A lot.
Of course.
Corinne.
Well, Glenda's wanting to be a part of this too. She wants the $500 cash. Glenda, you don't get to pick your team, but if you had the opportunity to, who would you go with?
And Sean, it's Galinda.
Oh, the witch.
Sorry, that was a wicked joke, everyone.
Glenda, would you go with the girls or the boys?
Oh, look, I could go for the Doodle Squad.
Yeah, right. Squad.
Sure, that's awesome.
We've got a posse in there. So, Glenda, just to be clear, you know that's Nathan and Sean, right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, Kareen, it's your position. You're in the position of power.
Yeah, do you want to go with the Vag Gang or the Doodle Squad?
Very hard.
You're going with the Vag Gang? That's interesting.
100%.
Copyright, trademark.
Mouse pads, bum bag.
All right, you got
fanny
your
pack.
wish, Glenda. You're stuck with the Doodle Squad. All right, out of you two, who's pitching and who's catching?
I'm going to
Sean is decided to pitch,
I was-
and this is scary because I'm going to catch this. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So, Nathan and I are going to...
Blair Witch it in a
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they're going to play you the
Okay.
Oh, no, you got to listen to me and you'll listen.
Oh,
Me
we're
and you'll
listening. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pitch it.
Yeah.
The F word is mountain, and the winning word is hill.
Who's pitching first?
Of course, our guest would. Bron.
Come back.
Oh, thanks. Hi.
Hey.
I just got back. Oh, my headphones are on the floor. I'll get them, Bron.
Righto, Bron. We can do
okay.
this, Bron. Okay.
Sean's got questions already.
Mole.
Oh, it's Natalie.
Mole. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Sean's asking whether, how many, yeah.
Not the full name.
No, it's 2 words.
Oh, this will help Natalie.
What's 2 words?
Well, there's something that'll help Natalie, and I don't want that.
Well, don't help her.
Mole.
Oh, mole.
Mole. I mean, I've just been to Mexico. Ate a lot of mole. Yeah.
I think I really stuffed you, but I trust whatever you say.
I'm going to say Kylie.
Hang on, I'm so sorry.
Kylie. As in Kylie Mole. What a great
that's not
comedic
bad.
character.
That's not bad.
That would have been so good.
What was the catchphrase?
She goes.
Yeah.
She goes. Played that one.
Stephen. Just think of me and things.
Sean, what are you doing?
Sean. Christ almighty.
He listens. Stephen. And you didn't help then. That was very clever of you. Mole. Stephen. You don't have a clue either, do you? I can see in your eyes. Mole. Stephen. Think of you. All I can think about is your cousin Steve.
Yeah.
Him. Okay.
He's my best friend.
Sean, stop giving clues. You're cheating already.
That actually has nothing to do with it.
Stephen. Stephen is the one that doesn't eat orange food, isn't he?
No, it's Maury.
Maury doesn't eat orange food. That's so funny. Hey, Maury. Got a carrot for you.
Grown man.
Hey, grown man. Won't eat a colour. Which is great because he's never choked on a witch's hat.
That's true.
Okay, but no. Erwin. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. I sacrifice myself.
Oh, we go again?
Yeah. We keep going.
Why are you posing like a penthouse playpen on that chair?
I'm trying to lean on my looks at the moment. Which is great for radio.
We got Vince.
All right.
So,
She's off a chair. Okay.
Stephen and Mole.
Wow. She's coming at us all full foot 3.
So charades. Okay.
Yes, no, hands down.
Hands down. Hands by side. I bet people have said that to you before, mate. Hands where we can see. And, okay.
Literally said that the other day.
Die.
Die.
I was about to swear then. What the hell are you two playing?
Die.
Mole.
No,
We don't know.
Mole, Stephen,
Is it-
die.
wait.
Can I ask you to spell die?
D-I-E.
Okay.
Oh, you thought lady?
No, as in the
Tie
colour
dye?
die. Yeah. Stephen, die.
Guy, Stephen.
It's actually
die.
harder than
Mole.
I thought.
Mole. Natalie, there is
They
no...
couldn't be further apart.
There is
could
no
they?
correlation to any of this. It's not ringing alarm bells.
I mean, I'd be very surprised if you used the word cancer as a...
But
Not a lot of
The
humour in
winning
that.
word's cancer. The losing word's chemotherapy.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, wait there.
Okay.
Mole.
No,
Stephen.
Don't worry about
any of it.
Die.
other than my first one.
Stephen.
Right, hang on, Sean. Stop giving... You don't get to give a clue with
Okay,
your clue.
I apologise.
Just give your
I
clue.
take that back. I
Sorry,
take that back.
he's
Here it is.
sorry.
Straight to the point. Gooseberry.
Yes.
Oh, Hill. Stephen Hill.
Can I just say...
Yes, you can say whatever you like to me.
The look of confusion on Bron's face when you gave the clue Gooseberry because she's not from Perth. Gooseberry Hill is a...
I was like, oh no, Canberra terms for hill. I know all. I was like, I don't know anything about Perth. And then you said Gooseberry. I was like, oh, you're an idiot, mate.
You don't know too much. You probably don't know too much about the history of this show either. So the other day when we were playing and then Natalie said society and I answered with donkey and got it right, you would have going, what?
What the hell is going on here, Perth? Everyone's too hot.
Okay, that is 1 point to the
40
Doodle
degrees
squad.
really cooked
All right.
this crew.
Oh, this is harder than
The F word is guitar, and the winning word is strings.
Okay.
Righto, Sean, you lead off.
Okay. Windwood.
Okay, Steiner.
That is, I've heard Windwood before. It's like a recorder, but shorter. Windwood. It's Alex Windwood, isn't it? It's an A Windwood. It's an A Windwood.
What's your answer?
I don't know the sport, so
No. Okay. All right.
golf. I don't know.
Violin.
So I understand Sean's
Do you?
clue.
I don't
And
know.
did he say the wrong thing, Sean?
No.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Did I?
So both
No.
those clues.
The wrong way around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said it.
Woodwind.
It's
Oh, woodwind.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
How do you reckon I went?
I had the same answer, Alex.
He's the boxer. Yeah, that's right.
So, violin,
Yeah.
instrument.
Woodwind. So he plays a sport. I don't know what it is. And then violin.
Sean, give you a clue.
I'm trying to think of a clue.
Stop trying to give him clues around your clue.
No, he flares his nostrils.
I know.
I'm using Morse code.
He flares his nostrils and I can feel it. It's that significant.
He flares a nostril and it causes a tsunami if it's water. Poor people holding onto wardrobes for their dear
You're not
life.
going to, after what you've done today, you're not getting any sympathy from Bron.
No, I know you won't. You can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. You're good at this. You're a good man. Good father.
Tin can. That's one word.
No.
But it's together.
Everything's together. Look, everything's together. You know what I mean? Oh my God. 2-minute noodles are together. It's not the same word. Anyway.
Well, so
out.
cheating. What do you reckon, Amy?
Like, I mean, when you think about it.
It's not going to help.
If you think about
Okay,
it,
so
you
tin
are an
can.
idiot.
Okay, so
Yeah.
tin can. What was yours again? What did you say? Oh, wait, we had woodwind. Woodwind?
Yeah.
And then you
Violin.
answered with violin. And you said tin can. Is it not that? It's not when she said instrument, so it's not instrument. Is it not that Lagerfeld, that
Lagerphone?
the bottle cap?
Is it that?
Bottle caps on the stick.
No, that's too difficult. That's too difficult.
Okay. Pinocchio.
String. Yes, we're on the board. We're on the board.
So
Puppet.
good.
Oh, puppets.
Kites.
What have you got it then?
Yes. You know me in kites.
That was
do. You love
amazing.
kite.
We did it.
Okay,
that
it's
was
one
so
all.
good.
Hey.
The F word is dentist, and the winning word is teeth.
Okay.
Okay. Bron, you're up first.
Okay.
To be fair, it was tin can that made me realise what the answer was.
Oh, Sean.
That's why we won on day one.
Yeah. Righto, Bron. We're right. Here we go. Round 3.
We're in the wireless.
Okay. Veneers.
Teeth.
Jack.
That was too easy.
Come on, that was easy,
Too
mate.
easy, mate. I would have got that easy.
I could have said dentist, like, you know.
No.
That was the
No,
F
no,
word.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Was that the F word? All right.
Or maths.
I was going to say bar.
Influencer. There's a lot of things.
Gosh, that was quick.
The F word is whip, and the winning word is rope.
Okay, yep.
Okay. Who's pitching? Right,
me.
Sean.
Yes. All right, I'm ready. Yep. He's I'm a little
thinking.
teapotting. Righto. Were you really thinking I'm a little teapot?
Lasso.
Oh, that's good.
That short French.
Which I got wrong every
That all
day.
week. Lasso. Cowboy. No.
Incorrect.
Climb.
Climb and lasso.
Climb and lasso. Climb. Is it a movie about an abseiling cowboy?
Climb, I would say mountain. No.
Lasso and climb. Yeah, all right.
Really?
No, give me something else. No, I've got them. I'm ready.
I've got a 2-word thing, and you're
No,
going
it's
to
one word,
You're going to get angry at me.
Sean,
This year, I promise you.
Sean.
This year, I promise you, I will
Okay,
invent
I'm
a
just gonna say
competition.
this.
Hey, I'll invent a
Sean.
competition called 2 words.
If you say 2 words now, you're out. You lose this round.
I'm
going to
call your
game.
sister.
So
She's
it's
gonna come
one
back.
word.
Are you serious?
It's
Pants
one
off.
word.
Okay, tie.
tie. It's one of those ones that could be spelled anyway.
Yeah, are you spelling it like
Are we
Thailand?
Are we tying? Are we tying?
T-I-E?
Or are we tying?
We're not tying, and we're not tying.
Okay.
So we're tying. All right, so we're like tying up something. What was the
Go through the first one.
I can't remember
Read
them.
the first one.
Can't remember them. Go. What were they again?
Lasso.
Lasso. Yep.
Climb.
Rope. Come on! As simple as that.
Yes. Oh, all right.
That was good. Well done.
Okay.
Well done.
I know for the hanging.
Oh, mate!
I feel alive.
The F word is mask, and the winning word is balaclava.
Okay.
All right, Bron.
Okay.
This is
Sean,
for the match.
We've got to
This is it.
beat
All
the
right.
Badgers.
I know.
All right. We're doing it for Kareen.
Okay.
All right.
Robber.
Mask.
Come on!
Was that the...
Oh!
Did we win?
Yes! Do we win?
What
we
was
won!
the word?
Doodle squad! Doodle squad!
Doodles forever, better than vaginas.
Bron, literally minutes ago, said she feels alive. How about now?
I'm devastated. I'm going home. I'm going back to Melbourne. That was my whole career was
Glenda, you've scored $500 cash thanks
What
to
was the winning
Fringe
word?
World. Balaclava.
I was going to go back anyway. And we talked about it yesterday, didn't we?
Balaclava.
All right.
What's that
Glenda's-
dessert? It's a Greek
Glenda's
dessert?
won. No,
Balaclava.
That's baklava.
No, it's
Completely
balaclava.
different.
It's Greek. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Sorry, buddy. Bron, thank you so much.
Bron.
Hey, I'm sorry we didn't win.
No, it's okay.
it's
We
intense,
move on.
though.
We forgive you.
I feel like I'm going to need to have a lie down after that.
I know it's full on, isn't it?
The
Full of
people that
foam
played
coffee.
earlier on and won your tickets, they've rang back and they want to give them back. So there is an extra ticket for sale.
She didn't give away any tickets.
Oh, didn't she? Oh, you give away a ticket.
What a tight ass.
Are you giving away a ticket?
You can pay for them. You can definitely pay for them.
God, I'm paying for them.
So,
I'll write it off on tax.
Here's how you buy Bronze
Perfect.
tickets, everybody. Go
How?
to fringeworld.com.au. She's got shows at Oasis Comedy Club, which is upstairs at the Brisbane Hotel.
Yeah.
Awesome little venue.
Oh, we got 400 to give away now. 13.
It's got Who's Talking, and if you're a teacher, you're going to want to be there.
Yeah.
because you'll definitely relate. But if you're not a teacher, you're also going to love it because she's funny.
it's going to be good. If you were a naughty kid in school, come because I've got many stories that are basically about you. So,
Brilliant.
great.
Everybody.
Thanks, Bron.
Thank you so much.
There you
Rod.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
31st of January, very special day.
Ah, yes, it
Very
is.
special day.
Rodney Locke's birthday.
It is.
My brother.
It is.
Oh, good
Yeah.
on you, Rodney.
Yeah.
And Brian Morris is turning 95.
95. Jeez, he looks
It looks
every
good for,
bit of that.
It
No?
looks good for 95.
No, he doesn't.
Every
No,
bit of
yeah.
it.
My dad's birthday today as well, so he'll be doing probably an honorary lap of Karen Up Shopping Centre.
So if everybody could come out of the
So if
shop
all
and
Dad's
start
friends, if
applauding.
all the big W ladies, the chemist ladies, if everyone can come out and just, create a human arch so Dad can walk through it because he feels like he's part of the staff.
Down the track, Nathan, obviously everybody, mortality. When, in 400 years when your father passes away, do you think you'll take his coffin for one last spin around Karen Up Shopping Centre?
I was about to say effing oath, actually.
Yes.
The actual
That's
word
a really lovely idea, isn't
Yes,
it?
I actually think the funeral should be there and he should be buried in the centre where the Christmas tree usually goes, where kids, near the escalators.
Yeah.
Dad should be there and there should be a monument of Dad. You can do shit on top of him, we don't care.
Yeah, that's right. You can put the Christmas tree on top of it.
Literally disrespect him as much as you want.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
as long as he's there.
He'll be happy,
Because
yeah.
it's his spiritual home.
It is.
And literal home.
Yeah, and that's great because it's just, straight down there. It's like Woolies.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Time for us to get out of here.
Yeah.
Because haven't we worked hard 4 days?
Nat.
4 days in a row, straight off our
Crazy.
holidays. It's a big change for us, you know.
Yeah. How about the fact that I quizzed Kate Walsh about her Perthness yesterday, and it made Perth now.
How good was that?
I don't know. I don't want anything bad about Kate. Because, you know, she doesn't need to know where IKEA is.
Yeah, Cedric Street.
If she wants IKEA, IKEA comes to her. Meatballs and all.
Well, we've all got, like, GPSs in our cars. Like, she drives a very nice car. It's tells where to go.
I don't even think I know the names of the streets around my house. Like, I don't. If you tell me a street like 2 streets away from me, I don't think I'd know it. I just don't look at things. I look at things like a tree, a house. I go left at the wheelbarrow.
Always
So
left.
if somebody
Don't
moves
on my
the
house.
wheelbarrow, you're going to get lost.
It's left at the wheelbarrow.
They're going to move the wheelbarrow, see where you end up.
I won't find home.
Hello, Ross.
Hey, Ross.
Hello, how are we?
Rossi.
Great, Ross.
It's good to have you guys back. I went in there just before to say hi, and we just have conversations about random things. We spoke about how aeroplanes now give us metal knives because they trust us.
Oh, yeah. So it was the first flight that I caught since COVID, and I have not noticed. I don't know when the metal knives came back to economy when they trusted us scum with a weapon, but it was a mistake. Sean. Straight away, I got the knife, went straight to the cockpit. Just automatically, I was up there. I was just stabbing at the door.
Apart from that, were you just spreading butter like you were doing?
Yeah, Sean, spreading everywhere. It's so good.
Well, you guys earned a couple of days off. We'll see you
Thank
Monday.
you.
Thank you,
Ross.
All right.
We'll take 3 or 4, actually, Ross.
Nah, just two's fine. Just
No,
two's
you'll be
fine.
fine.
Nah, two's fine.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.